Now for this project we're going to make a card, and I've got the design sheets here. The first sheet you have here is the 3D. Now you've got enough here to make 3 3D fish small. Now you can use these if you want, but I'm not going to, but you could use those separately on a topper. Then we've also got this sheet as well, which is a kind of already matte and layered with the small design of the fish, and got some light blue and some gold effect. Also done a name sentiment card. You can put anything you want on there, and also a couple of blue strips. Then we've also got here, you've got the background paper with the same fish, making a lovely pattern there. And what I've done, I've actually printed this onto card, and I've cut the edges off, the white edges, and folded that down the middle. So we're going to make a card from that original one there. Now I've cut out all the pieces from the design set, and I'm just going to play with them. There's the 2 strips. I've used actual holographic card here, but you can use the printed out ones if you want to. I've also got the 2 different rectangle cards here that I've cut out. Now you can use these. I'm going to use them a rectangle. I'm use them landscape there, but you can obviously use them portrait if you want to. You could even use them on a card. So you've got the fish swimming up that way. You could use them on a side like that, so that the card could open sideways. So you've got lots of different ways of making this card. I've also cut out the sentiment as well there. So if you have a good play around first, see which way you want to do it. I think I've got in my head of the way I want to do it. I'm going to put one of these on the bottom here like that, which will just kind of frame it up nicely. I'll stick that down in a minute. And then the next one I'm going to put here. Now I'm going to use some foam tape on the back there. And the next one here is just overlapping slightly here. And then the fish are going to go in the centre of these cards. And then this with a little bit of foam on it, double-sided foam, lift that up a little bit more, and that one's going to go in there like that. Then you can put any sentiment you want on that. So it's just a question of organising it around. You could have these together equal like that if you want to. You could have that in the middle. There's lots of different ways you can do this, so you play around with the designs that you've got. I'm going to stick this one on the back, or I could even go across the middle there so the fish is like going down the blue line. Let's put it together and see what we come up with. Now I've got the first rectangle that I'm going to stick down, and I've put some double-sided tape on the back there, the foam tape, and I'm going to position that about here so it's actually coming way above the card there, and just stick that down like so. Now I've got the next rectangle, and again I've just put a strip of foam tape on the back there, and this one I'm going to position just slightly overlapping here, lower down about there. Try and get it as equal as possible so you've got a nice gap either side, and just overlap them too, like so. Next I've got the sentiment here, again some foam tape on the back there, and I'm just going to position this. Well, I think I might just do it overlapping slightly there like that. Obviously you can play around with it and do whichever way you want. And now to bring all that together, I think I've decided to put the next blue line down the middle there. Just get a little bit of glue on there with my glue pen. Use tape or whatever you want to do. And I'm just going to run it through the middle of this one, so the fish will sit in the middle, and then that'll go through the line there, and the fish will be above it. And let's just check I've got that straight the way through, which I haven't. So I'll lift that up again and just twist it to one side slightly. There we go. That's straight now. You can see a straight line down there. And again, this is going to overlap slightly. So just take your scissors and just cut off there. So that's ready now for my sentiment to go on there, and I'm going to put the fish on the top of the front here. Next, we're going to make the fish to go into the middle. Now, I'm not going to use these two, I'm just going to cut these out step by step and layer them on top of each other using foam pads. And then you can, if you want to, give them a coat of varnish. There you can see the finished fish there. These will look fantastic, especially now that I've varnished them as well. Now, I'm going to use these on the card, but you could turn them into fridge magnets, you could turn them into a brooch, you could even turn them into two little earrings if you want to. Just put a backing on the back, just some plain paper or some silver or gold. They'd look fantastic. Anyway, I'm going to put these on the card. And now it's the fun bit, just adding the fish. I think these fish look fantastic when they've been varnished. I've got some foam pads on the back there just again to raise them up a little bit, give that 3D look, and I'm going to stick the next one over the top here like so. And I said you could use those different ways if you want. I think you put a sentiment in there, gone fishing or happy birthday or happy anniversary, and you've got the perfect card there finished.